Okay. How is everyone doing?
Doing good.
Doing good. Okay. One person is good. How about the others?
I'm fine, sister.
Very well.
Very well.
Yeah. How are you?
Wonderful. So let's just do a quick review of what you understood from Baba's Murli on Sunday. Anyone? You can share.
Baba is talking about the 4 services, and he's seeing the children who are doing those services because he is also a world benefactor and world server. So he's seeing the 4, if the children are constant in their service in the self and yagya, then world service and through the mind. If we are doing all of those. And depending on how much we do, according to that, the blessings will be there.
Okay. Anyone else?
Baba said balance of both service and remembrance.
Okay.
And receive blessing from Baba.
Okay. Anyone last person to share? Can we hear a brother's voice? Brothers are in limited edition here. So brothers are very, limited editions are all very precious and valuable. So any brothers who wants to share? Anyone? Are there any brothers? Ranjit Bhai.
Om Shanti.
Yes.
I don't recall all the points, so I don't want to just add anything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I heard Rasik Bhai's voice. Was Rasik Bhai there? Was it you? Anyone? Any other brothers here? I thought I heard his voice. Okay. Anyone else then? Open. One last person. What touched you from Baba's Murli? What really touched you from Sunday's Murli? Soma Mata?
सेवा विश्व सेवा का आधार है. हम सेवा में हम परफेक्ट बनेंगे तो विश्व सेवा अपने आप ही हो जाएगी. ये मेरे को अच्छा लगा.
So she was sharing that through doing a service for the self, then it's easier to serve the world. So others, if you're not sharing, please mute yourself. So you only unmute when you are sharing, and then after you're done, please mute yourself so everyone can pay attention. So now I'm going to go into Baba's lesson, into Baba's Murli today. So Baba spoke about I'm going to write here, balance of yoga, which is yoga. And I'm going to write in short, seva, which is service. And Baba says this earns me blessing. And Baba defined what is blessing actually. Towards the end of the second page, Baba defined what blessing is. Baba said, how does blessing means? Baba says, labor free. To be free from labor and battling. Now, labor free is in two aspects. Physical aspect, and then we have mental aspect. Labor free on the physical aspect means being successful. And what does this mean? Is that when the mind is, when the intellect is accurate, when the intellect is sharp, I will be able to take accurate decisions and it will bear fruit. It will give me result. It's not that I do a mistake, I take a wrong decision, and then I learn from it. But by then some damage has already happened. Some result is already created. But there is no labor physically means the sharpness of thinking what is needed and doing what is best. So that is labor free on a physical level. Now, mental level, labor free is, Baba said, the soul will be very happy. Why? Because the soul won't have doubts. The soul don't have questions. What if? Doubt comes because there is no faith and because there is no experience. When there is faith and experience, you absolutely know when something is happening, okay, what is this trying to teach me? What is it I'm supposed to learn? I'm not questioning why it has to happen to me or why it has to happen this way. But I will know what is the raz, what is the secret behind this situation. For others, they will see, oh, bichari or bichara, they will pity. Oh, it shouldn't have happened to you this way. You worked very hard, you should have received it. No, others will pity or sympathy, or they may say something negative or critical. They may say, oh, this is not good. But in you, within you, you know, even though for the whole world, it may seem it's a challenge, it may seem as if it's not right, deep inside, I know what is drama trying to teach me. So I am happy. That means happy in sense that there is rest. Okay, something is there. It will come up. I will know. It is fine. I'm able to take it and not feel bad about it. Right? So that is when Baba says labor free, physically, mentally. This is what it means to have blessing, to receive blessing from Baba, from family, from others, and also from myself, right? And this comes from balance. Now, the next is we're going to go into, let us define what Baba spoke about, the 4 types of service that we do. So the first is, Baba spoke about
self-service, service of self.
First importance Baba gave was self. Not about anything else but self. Because the only thing that is forever our companion, not people, but my conscience and Baba. So that is why I have to keep my chit, my conscience, clear, my sanskaras pure, clean. So that is where service of the self starts. So what Baba meant by, somebody asked something? No. Okay. What did Baba meant by service of the self? So for that, Baba gave 3 definition, 3 examples of what Baba meant by service for the self. The first one, so I'm going to write here in short form.
Embodiment of
knowledge.
Okay. Embodiment, I'm going to write here Gyan. Gyan is knowledge. So what is embodiment? What does embody means? Okay. What does embodiment of Gyan means? Baba said, the ability. So this one, embodiment of Gyan, Baba actually clarified it in a different Avyakt Murli. So what does embodiment of Gyan means? In that Murli, what Baba said was the ability to think deeply and to assess the situation. Assess mana, to check, to understand situation, to understand people, and to take accurate decisions. Baba says that is Gyan Roop. That means that is the embodiment, being an embodiment of Gyan, is having the ability not to think very superficially on a surface. No. Why is somebody being upset at me? How can they speak negative to me? How can they be harsh to me? Why they don't do their task? So this is thinking very on the surface level. But thinking deeply, meaning trying to understand what the soul is going through, even though the soul may not express themselves to me, but I'm picking up their vibration, right? So think. So again, I'm just going to write it short. Think deeply, and then you are checking situations, and then you are taking accurate decisions. Embodiment of Gyan. Second is embodiment of yoga. Embodiment of yoga. So what does embodiment of yoga? What does this mean is that, so in this Murli, what Baba said was, I am absorbing power from Baba. So the self becomes powerful. And as the result of me becoming powerful, atmosphere around me becomes powerful. The more and more I become powerful, the more and more the atmosphere around me becomes powerful. It doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter I'm at home, at work, in a party, in a social circle, anywhere, in a library, in a bus stop, in a traffic, anywhere. Because I carry that energy, that vibration with me, wherever I go, the vibration goes with me, and I'm able to make the atmosphere powerful. I'm able to influence people, situations powerfully. That is embodiment of yoga. And then the third Baba spoke about embodiment of Dharna. Okay, embodiment of, I'm just going to write it short, okay, Dharna. So what is embodiment of Dharna? Baba meant Dharna itself means practical application of Baba's Gyan. Practical application of Baba's Gyan in my life, that is Dharna. So real Baba, in this Murli, Baba defined what is Dharna means. Baba says to be a sample for Baba. So I'm going to write here, Baba's sample. And Baba says, why is it that Dharna is so important? Because through my life, through my attitude, through my words, my eyes, people get inspired. When people get inspired, then they want to be like me. They want to learn from me. They want to be like me. Of course, for them, they're not able to connect with Baba yet, or they don't know Baba yet. They know me because that's what they see. I draw from Baba. I become a good example. And then people will draw from me, and people want to be like me. So Baba says you will become an inspiration for others. So by serving myself, so many aspects are happening. I am also benefiting. People are also benefiting. So you are clear about this first aspect? Okay. Now we're going to go to the second aspect. So I was told that when I write on the paper, it's so tiny, not able to see. So I think this is better, right? Because it's big
Yes.
and you're able to see better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So second aspect of Baba's Gyan, of the Seva. What is the second?
World service. World service.
Okay. So in this world service, Baba spoke about two aspects. You remember what's the two aspects? One is
Through words
words.
and
Second
connections and relationships.
Yes. Relationships. Okay. Relationships and connections. So, if you really see, Baba didn't emphasize so much about this in the Murli. Just 2 lines Baba spoke. Because this is, we are doing it anyways. And now with Zoom and technology, it's everything, world service is increasing. Yeah, through Bhashan, through sharing, through talks, through workshops. This is already happening. And to some extent, we are also seeing changes in our relationships at home, with workplace. We do see some changes are happening because I am changing. I am changing, so the quality of my relationship with others are changing. So Baba didn't really emphasize on this because there's a whole different Murli, a different Avyakt Murli that Baba entirely spoke about world service. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Now, third, we're going to go into the third aspect. The third aspect is
Yagya.
what is the two aspect that Baba meant here?
Body and money.
Okay, body,
Money.
money. Okay, so if we see, according to karma philosophy, anything we do, we will get the return. That's for sure. So when Baba is talking about body, right? And this Murli Baba spoke in 1980s, right? And even way back then, even 70s or 60s, when service is not like, Bhashan, like these talks, so many souls coming to the center. It wasn't that much that. They would have morning Murli classes, Rajoga courses. After that, they don't have like much sessions. And so at that time, what they will do, back in like in India, and of course here also, we follow like the same practice, especially like these mothers, they love to serve, they love to do something for Baba. So they will come, they will ask, is there any service that I can do? How can I help? They want to serve. So what the sisters would do, even when I was like staying in different centers, visiting different centers in India, so I used to just observe how do they do service there and just learn, get some ideas how they serve there. And I see the sisters, they will always find something for the mothers to do, even if it's something so small, but because that gives so much satisfaction that, kuch kiya, like I did something for Baba's home. And sometimes what they do, they'll give blankets to one mother to wash, and then they will give the bartan, like the dishes for one mother to wash, and then they will say, okay, you go, you sweep and you mop, and then you go water the plants. So they will like divide the task and they would give them, and they all are so happy and they happily do it because they feel they're contributing something. And what is the, according to karma philosophy, what does that say? When a soul is using their body in one way or another for Baba's service, it could be something so tiny, but then they are adding something to Baba's yagya, the body will be healthy. That is the direct karmic account. When I serve Baba with my mind will become more and more powerful. When I serve Baba with my words, I will become more knowledgeful. And when I serve Baba with my body, the body will become more healthy. It's a direct connection, karma philosophy, right? So, and that is why, especially like even during Sakar days, somebody is ill, somebody is having some bodily issues. Baba would tell them that you don't, even if your body is, even if you're not, a body is not well, still, जैसे बैठे बैठे कुछ तो काम कर सकते हैं, use your body to do something, because that is a return karma that's going to sustain your body also. Right? So that is, it's like any ways, any way possible, physically, something is added into Baba's seva, the return is there. So that is why Baba says, using your body. And then money, So now we know that, we say, oh, I'm giving Baba money. Really, Baba doesn't need money for us, right? But what we are doing, Baba is like a bank. We are depositing money into Baba's yagya. It's like Baba's bank. And what happens in bank when you keep adding, what happens? What happens?
Multiplies, right? The money multiplies.
Interest. Yeah, interest increases. Money increases in the bank, right? When you keep adding. So in Baba's yagya, when money is used for any purpose, let's say whether to buy grocery, or let's say example, like you put the money in Baba's box, and the money is used for electricity, the money is used for food, the money is used for gas, for any purpose, or the money is used for some exhibitions, any way, any purpose. Then what Baba says, the return, as per karma philosophy, what is the return? Is that I in my life will never ask for money in my life. I will never face a situation in my life where I have to ask for money. I will always have enough, not more, not like I'll have too much, just enough, just right. Never a point of time in my life that I will be asking for money. That is the karma philosophy behind doing service with money. And what is even more important is that when I serve Baba in any ways, whether it's with body, whether it's with money, in any ways, when I serve Baba during the time of need, I accumulate multiple times more than I would other times. Right? Because the need was there. And I stepped in. And I supported Baba. Now definitely the fortune is much higher. Right? But that doesn't mean that I will look for the need and then I step in to help. No. It's like, in bank, what happens when you stop adding money, what happens? What happens when you stop adding money? What will happen to your account?
It'll just be, just the amount will remain as much as it is. Nothing will increase
No
at all.
change.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'll start using up, right? We will start using up.
Yeah.
That what we earn, we start using up. So that is the same also with our bhagya. Bhagya is fortune. Is that if I'm not constantly earning fortune for me, then a point of time come where at my time I would need, I'll start using up what I've earned until there is no more left. You know? So that is why Baba says, be a server constantly, because you may never know when you will be needing of it. So keep your, jama ka khata. Keep your account of accumulation constantly filled. Add. So all this service, basically, I'm doing a favor to me. I'm not doing a favor to Baba. I'm not doing a favor to others, but I'm depositing for my future, actually, if you really see. Right? So this is third aspect. Now, Baba said, now the last one is the mind, which is very, very, very important. And the mind, you can really expand on it, the points that Baba gave so deeply. So, two aspects of the mind that Baba said. Anyone remember?
Pure feelings.
Sorry?
Pure feelings through.
Okay.
Vibration.
Yeah. So pure feelings
Good
and
wishes.
vibrations. And
Good
Baba
wishes.
says, sorry?
Good wishes.
Good wishes.
Pure feelings. Yeah.
Okay. So pure feelings and vibration, and Baba said, how am I able to give this, or what does this call? Is to be a lighthouse and
Might house.
okay. And Baba says, how to be a lighthouse and a might house is
When you
the
have
mind.
Elevated attitude.
Yeah. So I'm going to add here attitude. Okay. So these all, it really means, Baba says, to serve as the lighthouse and the might house. And Baba says, to become this, the mind and the intellect should be
Clear.
clear or waste free. So we know that to become this is needed. But first, let us even define what does lighthouse and might house means, because this is very, very common that we hear in a lot of Murlis. So we need to really truly understand very, very deeply what does Baba mean by lighthouse and what does Baba mean by might house. Okay, so I will need more space for that actually to explain.
So today's Murli is also Baba said about Avyakt Baba Milan.
Yeah.
Today's Murli also Baba talk about this waste.
Yeah, lighthouse, correct. So I'm going to first define what is lighthouses. You all must have heard, and maybe even you must have seen, right? Lighthouse, the building, right? It's a very tall tower, and then it's a rotating light. And if you see, where they build the lighthouse, it is always on the shore, right? It is always on shore. And where? Not all shore, not all places you will see light. Only at dangerous places. So on shore, at where there are too many rocks or icebergs, so you will only see lighthouse there. Okay. Second, inside the lighthouse, we use laser light. Okay. So it is laser light controlled by one person. Okay. Controlled by one person. And then next, the next aspect is, so the laser light that comes out, it is basically to guide people to safety. So that's the purpose of the light. Okay. So I'm just going to touch on these three aspects. So why is Baba connecting us, using us, saying we are lighthouses? How does these aspects apply to us, the soul? Okay. So where I wanted to draw and show you how laser light works. So let's see, this is like the tube. Where, okay, and inside this tube you have electrons, you have atoms. Okay, this is two-side mirror. I'm just giving you a very simple example of how laser light works. Okay, so these are all electrons or atoms, and this is two-side mirror. So when one side there is light from solar power, when more and more light enters this tube, these neurons, sorry, not neurons, I keep telling neurons, these atoms will start getting excited. They will start moving very rapidly, right? Because it's getting too much energy. So from a rest state, it will start vibrating too much. And the more it vibrates, light is sent out. Okay. So what is the difference between a laser light and a torch light? Now I'm going to show, this is example. Okay. This is example torch light. Torch light, you have your energy coming in, and the energy is dispersed. Right? Correct? Torchlight energy focus is big. Correct? But the disadvantage of torchlight is a lot of energy, a lot of particles are wasted. And out of that, only a few particles can emanate light. In laser light, your entire particle's energy is focused. So laser light is a focused light, and it has higher intensity than your torchlight. Focused.
It's more brighter, isn't it? That is more brighter than
and including even the wavelength. Wavelength meaning the energy is more intense, higher than your torchlight. Okay.
Distance so, also, right? Distance, it will go far distance. Yeah.
This goes far distance, this goes shorter distance. So what is Baba comparing us? That means what does this means is that we are all currently in this negative world. Everybody is going through issues and problems. Sort of like this world is like a dangerous place. And us being here, connecting with Baba, we become a source of light for many souls. We become an inspiration for many souls. When souls are giving up hope, when souls are distressed or in depression or going through trauma, so there's somebody has to be in their life to help them up. Baba says that is us, this lighthouse, this laser light. And then Baba says that guiding people to safety. For us, our safety is Gyan, truth. That's why in Baba's Murli, the timetable Baba has given us, or the Shrimat that Baba has given us, Murli that Baba has given us, all of these are guidelines that keeps us safe, keeps us very safe. And so when I am receiving a lot of wisdom from Baba, my life becomes safe. Safe from people's vibrations, safe from the effect of any other energy, but it could be even energy of nature, right? I'm not disturbed, even if things around me are going bad. So then, because I'm not disturbed, I can be a guide for others. That is why I am this lighthouse that has a laser beam. I'm very focused. I know my purpose. What is it I need to do? And I'm connected with Baba. Baba is my power source. And this, your atoms getting excited means my stage becomes elevated. The more and more my stage becomes elevated, the more and more I'm able to be of support for others. So this is the whole idea of being a lighthouse, meaning wisdom. Baba always say lighthouse means to be an embodiment of Gyan, wisdom, understanding truth. You have any questions about this? So let's go to second aspect, might house. So what did Baba say, or did we really see? Lighthouse exists, physically lighthouse exists. But if you really see, there's no such thing as might house, meaning physically. This is Baba's word, by the way. This word doesn't really exist in terms of material dictionary. Might house, what this represents is, we can use the example of electricity generating station, okay, electricity station. So I'm going to put, sorry?
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse, yeah, that's the right word, correct. So we're going to use powerhouse, okay? So powerhouse, if you see, the electricity generated here doesn't depend on anyone else. But this powerhouse supports every homes, but it is not taking from any home. That's why in Texas now, when the powerhouse froze, none of the places has electricity, right? So powerhouse is solo, meaning, when I say solo means, it is not dependent. It is not dependent on others. It is not dependent on others. And powerhouse, constant supply. Okay, constant supply. And the fact that it is able to provide constant supply means it is also getting constantly powered. To be able to constantly give meanings, it is also being constantly generated. That is why it has so much electricity to provide, right? So what does this define me? How does me being a might house means? What does that mean? Baba always connect might house with
Lighthouse.
Light.
Virtues, right? Might house
Baba
is supposed to be
connects
virtues.
Oh,
power,
lighthouse.
Power. Mhm.
which is yoga, basically. Baba connects with yoga. Lighthouse, Baba connects with Gyan, knowledge. Might house, Baba connects with yoga, power, yoga. So the more and more I am in connection with Baba, I am not dependent on facility, on people, or on opportunity. You know, sometimes we tend to depend on opportunity or chance in order, like example, when we have meditation together, like Amrit Vela, and then evening meditation. Yes, This is my opportunity. So I join with that group in Zoom and I meditate. But how about the other part of the day, which we don't have anything happening in Zoom? But at that time, what am I doing? Am I getting distracted with doing something else? Or I have the discipline that, okay, now I will have personal connection with Baba. And then other times when Zoom is there, I'll have group connection with Baba. So soul that is not dependent on someone else, on time, on opportunity to increase their yoga power, they are Might House. Because they are only connected with Baba. And they are connected with Baba and drawing power from Baba. That is why they are always available to serve others through your vibrations. It's not that my vibrations are sometimes lacking, sometimes wasteful, negative. Then another time I'm very powerful, and then again I drop, and then I come up, and again I drop, and I come up. There's no fluctuation. There is consistency, right? And that consistency only comes when Baba alone becomes your support system. So this is Baba's understanding of what Baba, when next time when you hear Baba say lighthouse, what does that mean? Might House, what does that mean? Do you have any questions?
So basically, sisters, like in no dependency.
Basically, yeah, no dependency. There is no excuse. If I do this, then I can feel better. No form of dependency. Whether it's a material dependency, whether it's the emotional dependency, or whether it is again opportunity, time, nothing is. The soul is free. The soul is absolutely free to make its own choices, to be where it wants, to feel what it wants. That independence is there because the soul is, because Baba never pulls back from us. Baba is never not available for us. He's always 24/7 there. So Baba alone is enough. 24/7, I can take whatever I want with Baba. I can spend however long time I want with Baba. I can include Baba in whatever task I'm doing. So really, that to lay back on someone, to lay back on someone's shoulder, to rely on someone's back, that is not there. In fact, if somebody is not able to do their responsibility, whatever that they're supposed to do, because the soul is weak, or the soul is disturbed, or the soul is confused, or the soul is upset, or the soul is disappointed for any reason, okay, I can step up, I will do it. It doesn't matter. I don't feel as if that soul is taking advantage of me, why I always have to do, or because I'm doing every time, that's why this soul is not doing anything. Maybe this soul is taking me, not seriously. No, again, these are all emotional dependency. The soul is independent. So how much I need to then gain that much strength from Baba to overcome all these sanskaras that we have created along our journey. These are very, very, very deep-rooted sanskara. But I have to break all that. I have to break all that because it doesn't help me to be free, or it puts me on hold, weighs me down. Does anyone have any questions? Let's see if I covered everything. So basically, yeah. So this is what we've discussed. This is what Baba, in short, this is the summary of Sunday's Murli. Everybody understands? Clear?
That was very crystal clear.
Very
Okay.
very
Crystal clear. I like that word, crystal clear.
Crystal
So,
clear. Very clear.
It
I
was,
like the light
because
mask.
we understood. I think Murli will be more easier to read and understandable more.
yeah. So I guess
Well,
from
sister, I
crystal,
don't want to miss your.
from crystal clear, soon we will go into diamond clear, huh?
All right. Okay.
We'll soon move into diamond. Also, is quite clear.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Will be reflecting. It will become what you call as this powerhouse. It will be like
Powerhouse.
powerhouse then.
Yes. And the only difference is this powerhouse is not frozen by anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It can still serve. Even if this powerhouse is lying down on the bed, still it can serve.
So right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Om Shanti.
Thank
Sister
you.
Vin, I have a question.
Yes.
Can you please explain? I know it's not on this Murli. I mean, it was on today's Murli. Man Manobhav. I kind of understand, but not a clear understanding of it.
Okay. Man is mind, and bhav, you can say feelings, right? Like
Right.
bhav is like, what is your bhav? Like your intention, actually, right? Bhav, bhav is like intention of feelings. So because the mind is the one that feels, intellect analyzes and stores knowledge. So I'm using Baba's Gyan to understand truth, and using the truth, I'm connecting with Baba. And what happened is, initially the connection is built on an intellectual level because Baba is new for me in my life. And then the more and more connection is built, relationship is created, feelings, there is experience. I start experiencing Baba. That experience, what happens? Creates feelings. So then, see, like example, very simple example, commentary, right? Some of us, we could be sometimes using commentaries when we are meditating. Commentary is like directing my thoughts, what to think, where to go, mentally. So commentary is like for the intellect. The intellect is getting some knowledge, some thoughts, some food, and then it is giving to the mind, and mind is creating image, correct? We visualize, right? We visualize. And then through that visual, we are getting some feelings, correct? Like let's say commentary says, imagine that you're standing in front of Bap Dada. So then you visualize Bap Dada. And then imagine Baba is putting his hand on your head. So then you visualize that. And then you are feeling, okay, Baba's current, Baba's energy, I'm receiving, correct? That is through visual. So in the beginning, we are using commentary, we are creating new experiences for us, we are deepening our relationship and feelings with Baba. And then there will come a point of time, you don't even need a commentary. As soon as you think Baba, the feelings emerge. As soon as you think Baba, the feeling emerge. Like let's say now, when you want to connect with your children or your grandchildren, you don't need to give a commentary, right? Let me now visualize my son, my daughter, my grandchildren. They are standing in front of me. You don't do that because your relationship with them is so close that as soon as they come in your mind, you can feel them. And your past experiences of what you spoke with them, what they told you, how you all laughed together, how you ate together, all these feelings, the past experiences will come into your mind. So feelings, you'll start feeling that. And if they are not around, then that feeling, it turns into missing. Right? So that means what happens is when the relationship becomes deeper, then you no longer need intellect. Mind is enough because you are feeling now. You're coming into feeling. So man manabhav means is that connecting my mind with Baba. That means connecting with Baba through feelings.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Anything?
Thank you so much.
Sure. So, no other questions? We are good? I guess we are good.
Yeah, we are good.
Saying anything. Okay. So we'll have a
Okay.
few moments. We'll have a few moments of silence and then we'll end the class. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thanks.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Bino.
Thank
Om
you.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
It
Good
is
night.